EA Sports. It's in the game.
I can't believe it. They pulled it out. What a call. What a play. What a game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First play and a first pass for Murray. And incomplete to open things up.
Man coverage to start the game, and I expect we'll see a good amount of that. They trust their secondary to hold down the fort and let their pass rushers get home. And that's a good job right on play one.
First carry for James Conner. Now he's loose at the 40. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 71 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
Mike, 53, Mike. Rip right.
Conner is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
This offense has a lot of weapons, but you know they like to look Conner's way down here near the end zone. He's got that rugged running style, and that's a nice job there to hold it to a short pickup.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tip Lyman punching it in from a yard away. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, 41 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finds his running back, James Conner. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Murray now on first down.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Oh, able to avoid him.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson.
33 yards.
And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
First down, Murray. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, another interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
This is caught. It's Brown. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go play action with Hurts. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. But he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. First and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Barkley, inside handoff. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The drive will start with Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because There is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of it's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Right to the air is Jackson. On the move to his left. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On second down, here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wallace. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And down to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Henry again on second down. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 30.
Picking up 3 yards of carry. And this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing four-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And now Jackson will look to throw it out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. But first down, Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 2nd and a couple. Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
On 3rd down, Barkley. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him again. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught there by Wallace. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. On 2nd down, Jackson rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Henry up the middle.
Down the left sideline. He's on his way.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 77 yards.
And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves.
And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
Touchdown, Eagles!
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Hurts will throw.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
Dancing to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Inside handoff, Henry.
Down to the 10.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. 1 second, all that remains. Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles are back within a couple of the lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Room here to run.
He's on his way.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 79 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Roquan Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5.
Again, it's Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite... It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Cook again. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. On play action, Allen. Throw left side to Kincaid. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley and finish in the end zone.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second down, here's Hurts. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley from 17 yards out. And the Eagles are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, Allen completes to Shakir once again. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Bills. Khalil Shakir. 56 yards, and the Bills have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football, as they've got it as we resume action. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's we're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game, and I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking here for Smith downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith,
56 yards.
And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Looking here for Smith downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Jackson on first down. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Boy, tie game, first quarter, but still they're going to go with the onside kick. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And they'll take him to the ground quickly, but he's able to get it down to the 41-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. And now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A.J. Brown with an acrobatic catch. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
There he goes, right side.
Big strides, look at him go.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Now Jackson on first down. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now it's Jackson.
Throwing quickly for Mark Andrews.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6.
Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Henry will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll give Henry another shot, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry
taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Barkley, inside handoff. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. That one into the hands of Flowers. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around and out. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, 75 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now up to 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Again, Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Philly. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Throwing is Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To throw again is Jackson. Flushed out right. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. Touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 2. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. A give to Henry. And he's going to get him another 1st down here as he's able to dive forward to get as much as he can. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the 4th. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's a give to Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Now 1st and goal. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. This is 1st and 10. Jackson to throw.
Being chased, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Jackson. Connecting with Andrews.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Jackson.
On the move to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Now Jackson. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. Again, it's Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Jackson, options out left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That is caught. He's got the first down and more than that. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, 29 yards. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 62 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise that he was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. He finds his man, complete. It's Andrews. Calling a gain of 3 on the play.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll go as a gain of 4. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held him to an okay gain.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And Jackson throwing once more.
That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
On second down, here's Mitchell.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, they're going to go with the option.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Henry up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
A big play there just before halftime. 71 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Barkley.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Second and goal from the 1. Another try for Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
They begin with Henry.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about. They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite. Really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll go to Barkley again. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Stop just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because
he will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short. Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
7 yards there and a first down. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. A loss of 2 there. Second down. They go play action with Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Now the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They go play action with Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 3rd down and 13. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's 1st down. Now Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge
Fighting ahead at the 15.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Two and a throw right away. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now Tua.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And now off to the races down the right side. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete there to Berrios.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Here is third down and 4. They'll run for it with Achane.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On first down, back to Achane.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Tua going to throw.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down. Here's Tua.
He'll hit Mostert again here.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down.
Back to the ground, Achane.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Zach Bond there on the tackle.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Second and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down. They'll run. Achane.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Tua going to run the sneak.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa
scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermediate. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And that was one I kind of saw it coming, Charles. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Tua sets up to pass it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. From the gun, it's Tua.
That swung out to Mostert.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Raheem Mostert
Taking it in.
And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Sanders on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Hurts.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it.
Reed Blankenship delivering the hit. Second down and 6 now.
They'll set up to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
Out of the gun. Here's a give to Achane.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And his pass incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 4. Achane here. They stay on the ground.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Good enough for the 1st down.
Up the middle, Achane.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for Philly. 57 yards.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
2nd and 6 coming up.
Barkley inside handoff.
And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Here now, 2nd and goal.
Up the middle with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And that
Touchdown!
Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Again, it's Achane.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Down to an E goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City.
set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nick Bolton inside the 20.
That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
On the run, this is Gray. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Gray. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll run it now with Gray. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Noah Gray. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
2nd down and 8.
On the ground, it's Gray. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Noah Gray
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 14-0. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have...
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Inside the 20.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
75 yards.
And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
On the ground with a tight end.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And that run wasn't just for a first down. That was for some confidence. They've had a tough day moving the ball on the ground this entire game. I think after that one, they'll feel a little bit better about themselves, and now they got more downs to try and get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and...
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 39 yards there, a big one.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. 1 play, 1 pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Racing to the end zone. But such a costly...